Brittany Merlot joining us. And then I think as soon as she's done with the forecast, we're going to get a hot take from Minnesota Governor Tim Walz that I want Brittany to comment on. But first off, Brittany, good morning from Tigerton, says Rob. Cloudy and 63 degrees. The northeast winds putting a chill in the air. I've got 6 lawns to mow and a doctor's appointment in Shawano. 0.6 of an inch of rain in yesterday morning's storm. Only 0.2 of an inch here in Chippewa Falls. It was very dependent on where you are with that kind of a storm. How are you?
Oh, it was good. I'm good this morning. A little cloudy, a little foggy here.
Well, good, because Greg is asking on YouTube, not this Greg, the other Greg. Brittany, promise me a good, cooler weather forecast, please, as he says, good morning up north from down south here in Waukesha.
Oh, very nice. Yes, you've got a cooler weekend ahead, but obviously not as cool as us up north. That wind has turned as of last night. It's pulling out of the north. It's a little bit more crisp and more refreshing, and it's going to be filtering all of that humidity away. The only place that may still see some of it or feel a little bit of it is going to be along that southern state line through the afternoon. But otherwise, this morning, patchy fog, definitely dense in the southwestern parts of the state. That'll clear here over the next hour or two. And of course, we're going to stay mostly cloudy today. We've got a lot of cloud cover to deal with, but a lot more sunshine will be peeking out by the afternoon down to the south and the western parts. So as we go through the day, highs will hit 72 about in the northern areas and low 80s for southern areas. And we do have chances for some spotty sprinkles, maybe in the Fox Valley and by Lake Michigan through the afternoon. But that is it. Everybody else, mostly cloudy and eventually clearing by this evening.
All right. For what Rob tells us is opening night of the Shawano County Fair. So get on out there.
That's always fun.
Yeah. Brittany,
Yes.
what is your take on a Juicy Lucy?
A Juicy Lucy. Oh, goodness. What is that? Is that a burger or am I wrong?
Oh, see, now that takes us to Minnesota Governor Tim Walz in a clip that I sent to Greg a little bit ago, who there were a whole lot of social media influencers who covered the convention, who've been covering the campaign. Tim Walz has been talking to a bunch of them. And on one of these podcasts, Subway Takes with Kareem Rama, we get what Governor Tim Walz thinks of home ownership and somehow makes the transition into how do you put cheese on a burger. Greg, give it a click.
So what's your take?
My take is the most neglected part of home ownership is the gutters. It's personal for me.
100% agree.
I've had problems with gutters before. You get your basement wet, you get ice dams, cause a lot of problems.
It's not good.
No, it is not, but there are fixes. Now, the other dangerous thing is that when you live in Minnesota, fall's a great time of year, a lot of leaves. You got to get up on a ladder.
And they get stuck in the gutter. The leaves get stuck in the gutter. I've seen many a man fall off the
Many
ladder.
a man, seriously.
Many a man fall off the ladder.
But there's a fix. You can put a gutter helmet over the top of it.
A gutter helmet?
It covers it. It lets the water go through, keeps it out of your house. I see this all the time.
How often do you like looking at gutters?
I look quite often, surprisingly, because
Like
I kind
you're
of judge it.
inspecting.
You know, I try not to be judgmental on people, but when I see a well-tended gutter, it says a lot about somebody. So
What's better, a well-tended lawn or a well-tended gutter?
I'd go with the gutters.
100%. There's no doubt in your mind.
No,
Love
I
this
think
man.
gutters are a
Love this
big
man.
thing, that they really matters.
Where do you buy gutters?
The downspouts I bought at Menards.
Save
Menards.
big money at...
Menards. That's exactly right.
That's not the
No,
same.
I know,
That's
you're right. I'm not good
You
at
gonna
that.
leave it hanging like that?
No, you're right. Okay, you ready?
On 3.
Save big money at Menards. And keep your receipts, 11% rebates, but you got to send them in. It's a little bit of a challenge, but keep your receipts. You send it in. About 6 weeks later, you get your 11% back.
These are great takes. And you believe that cheese belongs on the inside of the burger.
I know this is very controversial for folks, but
It's not controversial. I
Not for
think
where you
everyone
come from.
agrees.
You've been a Juicy Lucy.
Doesn't everyone agree?
I don't
have
think
a
they
song
do.
called Juicy Lucy, by the way. You can play it at your rally.
You do?
Yeah. I'll send it to you right after this.
Why did I not know that?
It's a deep cut.
It's a
Just like the
Okay.
burger itself. They're delicious.
I do believe it should be inside.
It's like a hot chocolate molten lava cake, except beef and cheese.
He knows his Minnesota.
Yeah.
He knows his Minnesota well.
There's Tim Walz's appearance on a social media podcast.
Wow.
I want this man to get elected now just because I know he's going to be checking out the gutters at the White House, checking out
real.
the gutter situation, and there will be Juicy Lucy's on the White House menu. So yes, now you know that's a Minnesota thing where they put the cheese inside the burger. I've had it. It's okay. I just didn't know if maybe you had and had your hot take on hot molten cheese inside of a burger.
I mean, I've had it, and it was just, okay, kind of like you said. It wasn't anything that I died to have again, or it really topped the regular way. So no, not really.
Yeah. And you have a new appreciation for gutters now, don't you?
I do.
Not to mention the Menards rebates. Save those receipts.
Oh, boy.
Hysterical. That song will just get stuck in your head all day now.
Well, I have to tell you, my younger daughter, when she was 2, I think, we were in a shopping cart going through. And at one point in the middle of Menards, she goes, "Where's Bernard?" I'm like, "What? Where's Bernard?" And then she said, "Hey, big money at Menards." I'm like, we had to explain it's actually Menard, but she couldn't spell yet. She's 2 years old. What are you going to do? Thank you, Brittany.
That's adorable. Yes,
Have a
thank
great
you.
day. All
You
right.
too.